where tonight the Cleveland Cobras will be hosting the Mahoning Valley Rough Riders in the Tri-Point Football League Saturday night special. I'm joined by the homeboy Rico McGee. And Rico, good to see you again after not having to be able to broadcast last week.
Hey, listen, we didn't come up completely empty handed. We came back with something. Got a nice little interview, and the Cobras got a victory, so all's well.
That is true. That is true. The Cobras did end up beating the West Virginia Leviathans 20-3, and with that, the second half started off a lot better than we normally would have saw, as they offensively got on the board twice with a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. And this week, we hope that we see more of the same and come out with another victory.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, that's always what you want. I think one of the main keys is that stifling defense. They were just stingy in the second half. They only allowed 3 points the entire game, and that only came in the first half. So imagine how stingy this defense is going to be against the Rough Riders.
As you see the Cobras coming out in the green smoke, back in the snake pit for the first time in over a year, as they were playing in Medina High School last year. But this is the home of the Cobras, as we like again are in the middle of Lakewood at Garfield Middle School. And we will see how this game plays out.
I think the Cobras want to make a statement on offense because, like you said, they started off kind of slow in the first half a couple of weeks ago against West Virginia, and I would look for them to probably try to go deep. I think they want to test the DBs, this Mahoning Valley defense, because, like you said, they're undermanned to go deep. And
And we are back. We apologize for the technical delay. And there's an offsides. And the Cobras get an offsides penalty. And that will be moved up 5, as we are playing under modified college rules. So Cobras get a free five, and it'll be third down and 5, a short 5. So Thompson at the snap, at the shotgun. Fires it out, and it's just incomplete. So that'll make it fourth down.
He tried to send that in there. Looked like a pretty good ball. Think just a little bit behind Boyd. Was just unable to bring it in on that play.
Fourth down here, money down, and the Cobras look like they're going to go for it as they are on the Rough Rider side of the 50. And we got a full press box here as we're joined by Western Reserve Digital Radio as well. So fourth down and 5, empty set for Thompson.
Cobras look like they're going to go for the draw.
I haven't seen Thompson run in a while. He hasn't ran since last year, so we'll see how this works. And there's a false start.
Yeah.
And so it'll back Cleveland up. So the false start giveth, and the false start taketh away.
They're still going to go for it.
Yeah, big surprise. So fourth down. Once again, we'll try again. Cobras in the empty. Thompson at the shotgun. Thompson takes a snap. It's a pooch punt. It's straight up and down. And he almost picked that up. He does pick it up. And there's a player got it. Rough Riders guy. He's got a wall. He may go down the sideline. He breaks it. Nope. Almost broke a tackle. So the Rough Riders start off with good field position. They usually tell us don't touch it after a bounce like that, but clearly Rough Riders don't care about that and they want to make a statement and try to get some points.
That was a heads-up play to just pick that ball up. Caught the special teams of the Cobra slipping, and he's able to get the ball deep in Cobra territory. Right at the 40, it looks like.
Yep, at the 40. So first and 10, Rough Riders. As we now see what the Rough Riders will be able to do on offense. Most coaches will yell at you for that.
Right.
And it will be 11:34 as we get our clock situated. So first and 10, Rough Riders, ball on the 40. In an I formation with 3 wide receivers. You don't see that anymore. Takes a snap, fumbles the ball, and he falls right on it. So it'll be loss of 3. So it'll be second and 13. Haven't seen an I formation since we were kids, essentially.
Woo. That I formation. You don't see that in football no more. Everybody is West Coast offensive. Not a West Coast, but definitely like different similarities. You see them spread the field and throw it and chuck it deep.
Yeah, you do. I guess with the evolution of the game, that would make sense. But it doesn't hurt to see an I formation. 3 yards in a cloud of
It
dust.
makes me feel good. It's very nostalgic.
That and it could wear a team down.
Yes, it can.
So second down and 13. Rough Riders now in the shotgun with 2 running backs in the backfield. He takes a snap,
Look like a
and
false
there's
start.
a flag on the play,
That's a false start on number.
and it is a false start against the Rough Riders. So that'll back them up even more, and it'll be replay second and 18.
That's Zaire Graham that got a little antsy and took that early step.
Man, that's I'm not gonna say that's a drive killer because it's still early, but
Right.
with with you having limited players, you want to limit the penalties. I could be wrong, I'm not down on the field no more as are you, but you can't have these kind of penalties on the road.
Not at all.
So he takes the snap, he drops back to pass, he looks, he throws it deep. He's got a man open, almost, almost caught, almost. Pass was intended for number 7. Looks like number 7. He had every DB on the Cobra side, or the Cobra's near sideline beat. Cannot have that happen. So it's third down and 18. Is this signs of being tense, Rico? Maybe?
Uh, Definitely a little bit of nervousness.
There's a handoff, but he is stopped abruptly. And that'll be fourth down for the Rough Riders.
This Rough Rider offense has to get settled in and relax a little bit. Little tight.
And now it is fourth down. And it looks like it is a punt formation for the Rough Riders. Yeah, Rough Riders adding a couple players that were missing. And there is another flag, and it is offsides against the Cobras.
Both teams have to play a little more smart and a little more disciplined. Early penalties are just going to kill you. It may not hurt you right now, but definitely down the line if you guys don't find a way to get settled in.
Well, yeah, later in the game, that could be a deciding factor as penalties and yards adding up. So fourth down, again, Rough Riders still in punt formation. Snaps away. Kick is up. It's off the side of his foot. He shanks it. And we see where he marks it. Looks like he's going to mark it at the 30. Looks like he's going to mark it. And once again, we are back. We apologize for the delay. There's a low snap. It's blocked. And no matter what happens with the block, who recovered it, it's still going to end up being Rough Riders' ball. So the Rough Riders playing a little tough here.
A little tough, and I think one of the biggest problems with the Cobras right now is just trying to get settled into their offense. Their special teams hasn't been as great as it normally is. The defense is stepping up. A lot of mental errors on both sides, and I'm just going to be honest, it's a little sloppy starting off right now.
Well, I can't argue with you there. So we're going to have to see if the Cobras defensively tighten up and if the Rough Riders can actually capitalize. So both teams having to make some adjustments with the mistakes that they've made. So we'll see as the ball has been spotted at the 43 of the Cobras. So once again, the Rough Riders started in Cobras territory.
They started in their territory and couldn't capitalize. The
That is number
Cobras historically have always been an awesome team defensively.
Frank Bond in the I formation. And there is a flag on the play. Dead ball, and it is a delay of game against the Rough Riders. So now it is first and 15 for the Rough Riders. Ball spotted just at the 48, right on the giant gold and purple L that you see on your screen. And as I'm looking at the Rough Riders roster, I see a couple of guys I've actually played with throughout the years. So Bond in the snap, he hands it off, and that middle of the line is where the Cobras have traditionally had success. So running the ball up the middle may not be the option for the Rough Riders. They might want to try going outside, but that remains to be seen. As we saw in the first half last week, the Leviathans did not have a problem running up the middle last week. But then again, their line was a lot bigger than the Rough Riders.
Well, I think the thing was their line was very what's the word I'm looking for? They had a very huge offensive line. There were some big boys down in the middle,
Very big.
very big, and it
So
was not you were
second down for the
big and
Rough
strong.
Riders. And there is another flag. There's another false start. And the Rough Riders not going where they want, which is forward. They keep going backwards. As you said earlier, those penalties are going to add up. And it looks like they're adding up quickly, and the first quarter isn't even over with.
Uh, you have to calm down. You have to get settled in. You have to start thinking because this you are not going to win a game racking up a whole bunch of penalties.
So Bond in the shotgun. Second and 20. Bond takes the snap. He looks. He throws. It's over the middle, and it's dropped, and it's incomplete. So that'll be third down now. So with 3:58 or 3:48 left to go, so you take that back. With 3:48 left to go in the first quarter. The so third down here. Bond in the shotgun takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He looks to throw, and there's a fumble, and it's picked up, and it looks like it will be a Cobras touchdown. And the Cobras strike first with a strip sack. And Harlan Page, as you hear our brothers over at Western Reserve Digital Radio, just give the call. Harlan Page gets the Cobras on the board, picking up the fumble. And you just said it. Defense is their staple. So, as we said, somebody had to make the adjustment.
Somebody had to do something because y'all was both it was looking like a stalemate for a long time. I think sending that blitz, that's what the Cobras are going to have to do, and I think they're dialing up more blitzes, more disguised coverages, get this Mahoning Valley offense off of their game a little bit, and as you see, they were able to force a turnover and pick up the score.
And as we see, because the reason that both teams are moving to this side of the field is because there is a net on the back of this goal as opposed to the other side that the Cobras just scored on. So the net will keep the ball in the field as opposed to somebody's backyard.
Or back window.
That too. That too. I actually was part of a Cobras team where a kicker shattered someone's windshield as he kicked it all the way to the parking lot. Phil Toll. Shout out to Phil. We are a couple seconds off, as you can see. Kick is up, and it's good. So
Somebody's going to be
with 3:10
very
left to
happy.
go in the first quarter, the Cobras lead it 7-0 over the Rough Riders. And like you said, Rico, that that defensive blitz was the adjustment that they needed.
I don't think they should play any games with this Mahoning Valley team. I mean, the defensive line, they're the bigger, stronger team. Uh, I think they have the size over Mahoning Valley. If I'm the Cobras, I'm just going to blitz all night. There's no reason, you know, they should pick up any yardage. That may sound a little harsh, but I do think that the Cobras should dominate this game.
And you are correct. As you know, they're more prepared, they're more polished. You know, even though the Rough Riders have got a game over them as they've played 2 games already, it's still a matter of what can you do to be in the game, and that it looks like that's what they're going to have to do, which is blitz, put pressure on the quarterback, put pressure on the Rough Riders, make the Rough Riders play their game. So number
Man,
45, that is Ben Lyons kicking off for the Cobras. And the kick is away. It's bouncing and it's caught. It's picked up. And that'll be a change of possession for.
Does that work? That'll work. Get it, kick it. Your athlete's out there.
148 left here in this half. Cobras with a 14-6 lead.
Apologize for the technical delays. And there's some movement and false start against the Cobras. So that'll back them up 5. Once again, folks, we do apologize for the technical difficulties. And there's a pooch punt. And it drops. And it will be downed right at the. There's another flag on the play. And there was a discussion about what could be going on. Unsportsmanlike conduct, a blindside block against the Rough Riders, and it'll be a 15-yard penalty. So that'll back the Riders up just a little bit. Once again, folks, we do apologize for the technical difficulties, but we hope to have it back to where it's respectable. We're just waiting to see where the ball will be spotted. And shout out to Dave Pringle, his old teammate. Haven't seen him in a few years. Thought he was going to hang it up, but he said he's got one more year left in him. As well as Carl Dale on the sideline or on the field rather. for the Rough Riders. And they are backing the Rough Riders up all the way back. It is Mahoning Valley's ball, though, so first down with a minute and 40 left to go before halftime. So Boyd in the shotgun. Boyd takes the snap, hands off, and it's going to be stopped. Maybe got back to the line. I'm not understanding why the Riders wouldn't make a play to put some more points on the board as they do have all three of their timeouts. But we're not on the field, so shotgun set for Boyd. Boyd takes the snap, hands it off. Actually, no, he keeps it. He works up field for a couple. And I think the Riders are just content with running the clock out as they will get the ball back at the start of the second half. So and it looks like they're just going to run the clock out and let the clock die and go into halftime with a 6 point, 8 point lead, actually. And that will do it as halftime has come upon us and the Cobras lead the Mahoning Valley Rough Riders 14-6. We will be back with the start of the second half in just a few moments. And we are back with the second half of the Cobras and the Rough Riders. Cobras will be kicking off. There's the kick. And it's picked up. And he's got a lane. Somebody might want to get him. And he's finally brought down. And there's some flags on the play. It might be a horse collar. And that will, if that is a horse collar, that will put the Rough Riders close to midfield or beyond midfield. Put them in positive territory. And that will actually put the Rough Riders at midfield, right at the stripe. So first and 10 Rough Riders. The Rough Riders actually got on the board before halftime with a block punt as the Cobras scored on a strip shack and a touchdown pass from David Thompson. So first and 10 Riders. Bond in the shotgun. Got a receiver in motion. And there's a flag on the play. It might be a legal forward motion, but Bond is streaking down the sideline. It's still going to come back. Was that Bond or was that another quarterback? It looks like that was another quarterback. Actually, no, that was Bond. So it was a legal forward motion, and that would move the Rough Riders back. So first down and 15. Jones trying, and he's cut down. And the Rough Riders moving back. I don't know what the run game assessment is for the Rough Riders, but having a power back run to the edge is not always a good thing. But maybe that's the only thing that they have. So takes a snap. He looks. He's under pressure, and he is brought down as he fakes our camera out, thinking he was going to throw it, but he does get sacked. And that is number 7. Looks like Robert Littlejohn on the play. And bad luck turning worse for the Rough Riders as they started out with the penalty for them, putting them at midfield. Now they're back in their own territory, and the ball is spotted at their own 30. I don't know if that was, I got to assume that wasn't the plan, but that blitz was perfectly timed by the Cobras as Littlejohn got back there and came back there with bad intentions. So third down, Bond in the shotgun. Bond takes the snap, drops back to pass. He rolls out. He looks. He throws. Almost. It's caught. Almost intercepted. And that is number 20. It's like number 27. Actually 23. Chris Williams. So Williams, right place, right time. And And as you hear our brothers with Western Reserve Digital Radio, yes, it should have been intercepted, but wasn't. So it's fourth down, and looks like 6, and they're going to go for it. And there's some movement up front, but it's a false start against, looks like a false start against the Rough Riders. So fourth and 11 for the Rough Riders. And it looks like they're either going to, oh, it's a punt. Snap is up, kicks away, it's high. And it will be down just inside the 30. It will be at the 31, and that's where the Cobras will take over. So the Cobras will take over, and this is where they will start the third quarter. So first and 10, Thompson in the shotgun. Calhoun is next to him. Thompson takes a snap, hands off to Calhoun. Calhoun tries to make it up the middle. May have gotten a yard. So it'll be second down and maybe 9. 3 wide receivers. Thompson again in the shotgun. Thompson takes the snap. He looks, tries to throw the screen. It's caught by Taylor. It looks like Taylor. And that is Abe Taylor, the Wiley veteran. Abe, original Cobra, and some of the best hands you'll see. Former arena football player as well. Third down and 5. Thompson takes it, hands off to Calhoun. Calhoun tries to get up the middle, but he is stopped. Might have gotten a yard, might not. And that will be fourth down. And look like the Cobras may punt, depending on what the coach Adam Rogerson decides to do. Now, here we go, fourth down, and Thompson is back on the field. Thompson got 4 wide receivers. Calhoun next to him. Shotgun spit. Thompson takes a snap. He looks. He throws. It's caught. And there is a first down for the Cobras. And that is number 1, Edwards. Eddie Edwards with the catch. And now the Cobras are moving up tempo. Thompson takes a snap. He looks. He throws outside. Edwards makes the catch. And he gets, looks like 3 on the play. And it looks like the Cobras are going to try and make the Riders move a little bit. Thompson takes the snap, hands it off. No, he keeps it. He gets up the field, and looks like he might have gotten a first down. And he does get a fresh set of downs, so it'll be first down for the Cobras. Thompson in the shotgun again. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. He's under pressure, and he's sacked. He's brought down by number, looks like that was 55, Christopher Mackey. And that's a great dialed up blitz by the Rough Riders. 5 minutes down. So second down and 15. Compton has Calhoun move to the right. Thompson takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's under pressure again. He looks, but it's incomplete. He got rid of it. Better to get rid of it than take the sack. So the third down and 15 for the Cobras. Cobras are trying to move the ball. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the far side. Calhoun moves to the left of Thompson. Thompson He takes the snap, tries, he keeps it. He's trying to make a play, but it doesn't go anywhere. And it'll be fourth down for the Cobras. And it looks like they may have to punt as they are pushed back to their side of the field. And they're still trying to get the punt team situated. And there's a flag. There's a legal substitution against the Cobras. So fourth down with a running clock. And kicks away. It's a high, beautiful punt. And it drops, and it's down. So the Riders will take over at their own 30. Looks like their own 31. It looks like the defense will have to step up yet again for the Cobras. First down, Riders. Apologize for the clock. Trying to keep up. There's 2:24 left in the third quarter. Bond in the shotgun. Sends one of his running backs out. He throws a screen. It's almost picked off. And he's still on his feet. He's dragging a couple Cobras. He's finally brought down after a gain of 9. That could have been really, really ugly for the Riders as that screen was almost jumped. So actually, they give him 7. So it'll be second down for the Cobras. And takes a snap. He hands it off to the running back. He's trying to get some room, but as you see, that defense of the Cobras is right there. That's Code and big number 97. That is Jeremiah Grayson, along with Andy Code and a host of other Cobras. The temperature has dropped significantly. As you can hear through my mic, the breeze has kicked in heavily. Third down and one as he gained two. So third down and one for the Riders. Bond in the shotgun, two wide receivers. Takes the snap, drops back, fakes the handoff and drops back. He tries to roll out. He's got a lane. He does get the first down. He's making some moves. Almost fumbles that. He almost fumbled the ball on the run, but he keeps it in his hand. Yeah, it's a first down. So 25 seconds left to go in the third. And Bond showing he can be a dual threat. He's tried to make some throws, and he has made some throws, and he's also ran for a few. Hands it off. Gets up the middle. And that will do it for the third quarter. And the Cobras still lead 14-6, but it's anybody's game. And we will be right back with the fourth quarter. And we are back with the fourth and final quarter. Cobras looking to extend their win streak to two. If they can hold on here. And we know that the Riders are driving right now as they are in Cobra territory. So second down 6 for the Riders. Bond in the shotgun. Sends his running back in motion. Takes the snap. He rolls out. Looks like he's going to keep it. He gets around the edge. Does he get the first down? Let's see where the ref spot it. It looks like they're going to give him the first down. And they do give him the first down. Actually, no, they spot him short. Or are they, guys? Hard to see what these refs got going on. Actually, they give him the spot. So Riders driving. It's a one-score game. Bond in the shotgun with three wide receivers. Bond takes it, hands it off, but the running back loses yards. Looks like he's going to. I- It's hard to tell what the running back room looks like for the Rough Riders, but what I can say is the Cobras are good sideline to sideline. So if they want, they might have to come up with some misdirection plays if you're going to run the ball and try to tire this defense out because the Cobras do swarm to the ball. And that's the last thing you want to have happen is a bunch of Cobras swarming to the ball and you have nowhere to go. So second down and 12. Bond takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He looks. He's under pressure, and he's sacked. Andy Cole, first one to get there. And they're going to mark him at the 50. And there is a stoppage in play. There's referee's timeout. There's might be an injured player. It is an injured player. Well, we're going to wait for him to get up. Might just be some cramping for the player. He's up on his own power, so that's a good sign. And that is number 7, Reggie Jones. And he's up on his own power, so good to see him getting off the field. So third down and 20 or 19 for the Riders. Bond in the shotgun. He rolls out. He's looking. He throws it deep. It's out of bounds. So it's going to bring up fourth down, but there are flags on the play. Let's see what the refs say after they converse about it. There is a false start, holding. So both penalties to go against the Rough Riders, and the Cobras choose to decline it. So it's fourth down. The Riders will punt, and got a great turnout here tonight as well. And at the Snake Pit, Garfield Middle School. Not a lot of middle schools you see with lights. Most games you got to play through the day. Right? It's a beautiful stadium, beautiful setup, right in the middle of the neighborhood. Riders will punt. It's fourth down and 19. And the kick is out. It's away. And it's going to be short. And it's touched. It is touchdown, but I don't think that punt could be advanced if it's touched. It wasn't advanced as a fumble. It was only touched, so that would count as a muff. If I'm not mistaken, by rule, that should be a muff, but it will be Ryder's ball nevertheless. Let's see what the refs say, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be considered a muff. It wasn't advanced, but it is Ryder's ball, so the Riders get a turnover off the muff punt. This is why, for those at home watching, if you're young and you play football, this is why coaches tell you get away from the punt if it bounces. And Cobra's defense is back on the field, and they have great field position as they are on the 30 of the Cobras. And you got to wonder if the Cobras can hold up because this is not the position you want to be in. You just got off the field, now you're back on as a defensive player. Didn't get a chance to take a break. So first and 10 Riders, ball on the 30. Bond in the shotgun set with three wide receivers. Takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He throws it deep. Takes a shot. And it's picked off. Inside the 5, but it is Cobra's ball. I don't know why Bond just threw it up. He should have gave his receiver a chance to go get it. His receivers do have speed, so he's thrown a couple good deep balls today. Unfortunately for the Cobras, you start off deep in the shadow of your own end zone. So it'll be first and 10 Cobras looking at the back of their goalpost. And listening to my Western Reserve brothers, I have to agree with them. If you're the Riders, you put your ears back and you throw the kitchen sink at the Cobras right now. Thompson takes a snap. He hands off to Calhoun. And Calhoun is met in the backfield and swung down. It'll be second down. I think he lost a yard. It looks like he lost 2 on that. Second down and 12. If the Riders get aggressive, I do think this is a time you take a shot in the middle of the field. Thompson takes it, hands it off. No, he keeps it. Tries to get some room. And he's back to the 5-yard line. So I don't know what Coach Rogerson has up his sleeve, but I know he wants to get out of the back of his own end or the shadow of his own end zone. Third down and a short 11. I know that sounds funny, but Thompson takes a snap. He drops back to pass. He looks. He throws. It is caught, but is it enough? Is it enough? Looks like it is, and they will give him the first down. Cobras are now in the up tempo. Thompson takes a snap. He hands it off. Whoa! Thompson pulled. Great pull. He gets about 4, maybe 5. As he it was a great pull because I thought Calhoun got splattered. But that was a great decision to pull it at the last minute. Thompson, high snap, screenplay, and he is, that was number 12, Keyshawn Bacote, and that screenplay was not in the favor of Bacote as he was outnumbered. Cobras are moving the ball slowly but surely, but gotta think they want to put some more points on the board and cushion this lead. Still a one-score game. Thompson takes a snap, drops back to pass. He throws, got it, overshoots his target, and that's Bacote again, who was open, but Thompson overshoots him. Now it's 4th down, and looks like the Cobras will punt. And Page is back. As Page has been known to be a good punter in the past, so this is nothing new for him. He'll try to pin the Rough Riders back as the Cobras are still missing a player for the punt team. Snaps up, kicks away. It's a high punt once again. It drops, and that is number 5, Marcus Brown, and he's met immediately by a host of Cobras. So that's a great punt by Harlan. And as I told you earlier, Harlan has been in the past a great punter. So again, this was nothing new for him. Once again, this is a one-score game. So maybe the Cobras defense will step up again and get another interception or a fumble and turn it into some points. They've pinned the Riders back. Ball is spotted on the 35. So a good blitz right about now will come in handy as it did early in the first half. So 1st and 10 Riders. Don, he gets some room. He's got a 1st down, and he's pushed out of bounds. And there is some chippiness, and flags are thrown. Looks like Andy Code was in the middle of that. I'm going to assume it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against both players. I'm going to believe this is offsetting, but I could be wrong. The aggressor and the retaliator are two different things. And it looks like it was against the Rough Riders, so they're going to back the Rough Riders up. So the instigator gets busted. It's good to see the instigator get caught for once. As I just told Jim Craven, buddy of mine, Western Reserve, it's good to see the instigator get caught for once. Not saying I'm biased, but usually the second man gets caught. So with 5:23 left to go in this game, there's a timeout by the Cobras. They have 2 left. And this is about the time you get the team to settle down so you can get back into the game and stay focused. That was one of the keys for the Cobras, which was stay focused. And again, this is a 1-score game, so this is really still anybody's game. So it'll be first and 12, 11, first and 11. Ball will be spotted on the Riders 39. Still a whole lot of football left. Bond in the shotgun, takes a snap. He rolls out again, tries to make it out, but he gets sacked. And that'll be, looks like number 2. Yeah, Chris Frazier with the sack. So the Cobras end up having 6 sacks against the Leviathans. I think they're up to 4 now, unofficially. If the Cobras can get a stop here and put some points up on the board, cushion this lead. You want to put some points on the board and put the game on ice. And the Cobras might want to do that. They might not. It depends on what the Riders do to keep them from getting the ball back with 4:33 left to go in this game. So Bond in a 4-wide set. One back. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. He looks. Takes off. He throws it deep. He's got a man. It's caught. And he fumbles it. After the hit, he fumbled. Looks like the Cobras have recovered. Did they recover? Riders say they have it, and the Riders have it. It was a great catch, an even better hit. They'll mark it in Cobras territory. The ball will be placed at the 29. He took two. And there is a timeout by the Riders. So with that, with 3:33 left to go in this game, we will take one with them. Be right back. And we are back. As you heard, we were discussing the catch and fumble, and it was a catch and a fumble. So the Riders are driving. Bond in the shotgun. Three wide receivers to the near side. He's got one-on-one up the top. Bond takes the snap. He rolls out. He looks. He throws. He's got a man open, but it's overshot and it's incomplete. Bond making some questionable throws. That wasn't a questionable throw, but he has to put that one on the money. Otherwise, it's an interception. So second down and 10 for the Riders. Bond takes it, rolls out, cuts up the middle. He gets a block. He's got a lane. He's got another block down the sideline, and he runs out of bounds. Stops the clock in the process. They say he's going to go out at the 12, but it's still a first down. So the Riders trying to get back into this game. I did say earlier it is a one-score game, so all the Riders need to do is score and get the two-point conversion. That was a great play by the Riders, by the way. Bond saw the lane and took off, and he got what he needed and got out of bounds. Saves some clock, saves his skin. He hands it off, gets to the outside. He stays in bounds, though, with the hit, with the tackle. I had to go out of bounds on that play. Save some clock. You got two timeouts left. You might want to save those if you're the Riders. 14-6 in favor of the Riders. Excuse me, in favor of the Cobras. But the Riders are threatening to score. Ball is placed on the looks like the inside the 10. Bond in the shotgun with two backs, three wide receivers. Bond takes the snap, takes the handoff, shakes him, makes a move, tries to get outside, but he's brought down. He loses some yards, loses like two or three. I don't know about that call, but with the clock running down, 2 minutes to go, I am under the assumption I want to call a timeout. an inverted whistle. That's the ref is trying to get something situated. I think the Cobras might have taken a timeout. So we will keep it with you through this as it's coming down to the wire. And the Cobras trying to extend their win streak to 2, beating the Leviathans last week in the kickoff classic for the Tri-Point League. So second down, Riders might want to pull a rabbit out of the hat right now as they are very close to scoring. .124 left. Takes the snap. He throws it up. And it's knocked away. And Frazier knocks away the pass. Yeah. 1:17 to go. The Riders doing everything they can to try to get in the end zone and tie this game up. Rico, he sent me a message. He's down on the field getting the live feed or getting the Facebook Live for those watching. You see a different angle. He throws it up. He's knocked away again. The safety comes over and knocks it away, helps out the corner. And that will do it for the Riders as they turn it over on downs. And safety made a great play to come over and help knock it away. So Cobras take over, first down and 10, but they're in their own side of the field. Once again, looking at their own end zone. Minute and 12 to go. And all the Cobras have to do is just run out the clock. The Riders do have 2 timeouts. Thompson in the shotgun. Thompson takes the snap, hands it off. And the Riders take a timeout. So with that, Cobras, both teams have 1 timeout apiece. And it looks like Cobras are going to try to run the clock out as they have tried to keep the Riders at bay and successfully have outside of the block punt. They have kept the Riders out of the end zone defensively. So the defense has done their job. And the Cobras come out of the timeout. It'll be 2nd and 7. Thompson in the shotgun. And there is some movement. It looks like it will be offsides. Offsides against the Riders. It'll move the ball close to the first down. So it'll be 2nd down and 3. Minute and 6 left to go in this game. All the Cobras have to do is run the clock out and get out of here with another win. Thompson in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Thompson takes it. He looks to throw. And he's sacked. I don't know. I'm questioning that play. I'm questioning that play as to why it's a pass instead of a run. You want to run the clock out. It's only a minute and 6 left. Now it's 59 seconds left, so and there's another timeout called, but I don't know who called this one. It looks like the Riders called this one again. So that was their last timeout. The Riders are out of timeouts now, and there is well, if you're the Cobras, now would be the time to either run the ball or run the clock out, or do both. It's 3rd and 7, back to where they originally were before the penalty. Thompson takes the snap. He looks. He throws it up. He's got a man open. They couldn't get him in stride. And that's going to bring up 4th down. He had Johnson, which was the running back. He had Johnson open. He just couldn't get it to fall. And now it's 4th down. And you have to give the ball back to the Riders now. But the Riders don't have any timeouts. So if you're the Riders, everything has to be by the sideline in order for you to have a chance to get back into this game. And if you're the Cobras, make sure this punt goes deep. And you got Page back there, so Page should be able to put this punt at least in Rider territory. Snaps away, punts away, and he drops it, but he fields the punt. Can he get to the sideline? You know he can't. So the ball is going to be, and there's a flag on the play. And it looks like the Cobras are going to get a break as they get a roughing the kicker penalty. So it looks like the Rough Riders won't get the ball back, and then the Cobras catch a break, roughing the kicker. If it's running into the kicker, I think it'll be a 5-yard penalty. If it's roughing the kicker, I think it'll be a 15-yarder. Well, we have to see which one it is. They're both personal fouls, but one's tougher than the other. If the punt returner doesn't muff that punt, I think they have a break. And that'll do it. I think that'll do it as they're walking it off. That looks like close to a first down. So all the Cobras have to do is just sit on the ball and run this clock out. And the Cobras are in victory formation. And they're going to finally run this clock out. With 20 seconds to go. We'll be back here next week, June 10th, as the Cobras will go and host the Steel City Bobcats as the Cobras now extend their win streak to 2, and they beat the Mahoning Valley Rough Riders 14-6 on the strength of a Harlan Page scoop-in score and a David Thompson touchdown pass. So we will see you guys next week as, once again, the Bobcats from Steel City, basically Cleveland versus Pittsburgh, will come to town, and the Cobras will be hosting back in the Snake Pit. We will see you guys next week. For Rico McGee, for Romel Thorpe, signing off saying we will see you guys next week here in the Snake Pit.